everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday to all of you. In today's video, I will be presenting to you a story about the coin that has been created in 2018 during Trump's first term. I've mentioned this story before in the video in which I was giving you some update about the progress of the vision for the third temple. And that third temple is very important story that, in my opinion, is something that is going to probably take place. If it will be completed, that's a different story. However, what we are witnessing right now is a process of getting there. We're gonna look into Netanyahu's wife. If this is legit video, it seems like she's pretty distressed, which is surprising because this is the holy time for them, isn't it? So let's start with this video. As always, before, I would like to say, and this is really enormous thank you to Catherine for your very generous donation to my PayPal and for the Easter wishes for me. I so appreciate it very, very much. And to Anneke for your donation as well. Thank you so much, Anneke. Very, very appreciate it. I'm going to email you actually and check if you would like to order the book, because this is the amount that you donate on PayPal to purchase my books for children. The link is down below as well in the description box. So let's start with this video. Sarah Netanyahu, Netanyahu's wife. Here is the recording, Zoom video. I don't know if this is recent. You know, sometimes when you come across those things on internet, it might be something older and they just bring it up to people's attention. But what this post says that Sarah Netanyahu appeared distraught and dragged on a Zoom meeting for the Jerusalem court. I don't know. I don't know if this is new or if this is old, and what to think about it. Someone left a very interesting comment. Erica Kirk felt so good after Charlie died. And someone says, I think he is dead. What I really think that he is dead, this way or the other. And what we are witnessing right now, or who we are witnessing right now, it's one of the versions of Netanyahu. Many of those versions are the artificial intelligence, CGI, computer-generated image, right? You know, the flags are moving, the curtain is not moving, or the other way around. So there is a motion in one side of the video, there is no motion in the other side of the video, which should be in both sides anyway. There is much more to just doubles and clones and AI and CGI. There is another thing that I don't want to bring in this video. I think I have to dedicate a separate video to it. And that is how the demonic spirits enter the bodies. And it's something actually, unfortunately, a real thing. But today we're going to focus on the third temple and the gold coin. So now, let's go to a video that I have showed you before. However, in the context of this particular video, it's good to look at it again. This is the video from 2018, I believe. And this is Netanyahu giving a speech about third temple as well. I mean, in the context of Trump and his presidency. Ivanka Trump is there. Jared Kushner, of course, is there. He has to be there. So let's take a listen to this video first, and then we go to much more informative clip about this gold coin with Trump on it and the third temple on it.
Thank you all. And of course, I want to especially welcome Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump. Your presence here today is a testament to the importance of this occasion, not only for the Trump administration, but in a very personal way for you. For you, each of you, for the pursuit of peace, and for President Trump himself. Thank you. Dear friends, what a glorious day. Remember this moment. This is history. President Trump, by recognizing history, you have made history. So for me, this spot brings back personal memories, but for our people, it evokes profound collective memories of the greatest moments we have known on this city on a hill. In Jerusalem, Abram passed the greatest test of faith and the right to be the father of our nation. In Jerusalem, King David established our capital 3,000 years ago. In Jerusalem, King Solomon built our temple, which stood for many centuries. In Jerusalem, Jewish exiles from Babylon rebuilt the temple, which stood for many more centuries. In Jerusalem, the Maccabees rededicated that temple, and restored Jewish sovereignty in this land. And it was here in Jerusalem, some 2,000 years later, that the soldiers of Israel spoke three immortal words: Hal Habayit Bi'adenu. The Temple Mount is in our hands. The Temple Mount is in our hands. Words that lifted the spirit of the entire nation. We are in Jerusalem and we are here to stay.
Okay, so as you've heard, he mentioned the temple many times. Built, rebuilt, definitely in Jerusalem. So what is the significance of this golden coin that was created in that time and dedicated to Trump? Here is a very informative video that presents to you the story of this coin. And nothing is a coincidence, guys. You know, like Hollywood shows us, because that's the universal law. They have to show you in advance what they are planning to do, in the case of Hollywood, through the movies. And public has to agree with it, with this vision. Put your emotion into this vision, because you have feelings, you feel it. So energy and motion, emotion. And that's how you create the so-called reality, or you co-create with them. And you agree to it. So the third temple story, the timing of it, it's very significant as well. Pay attention to what this guy is saying. And this is very interesting video. And we're going to discuss it after I play this one for you. Nothing is a coincidence.
You can see over here, let's see what we have. Okay, first of all, we have over here in Hebrew, Lemalot Shivim Shana, to fulfill 70 years. The original verse, to fulfill 70 years, is when the Jews went out to exile, to the Babylonian exile. They were there for 70 years. And after 70 years, King Cyrus said, God, the Lord of the world, gave me permission to let you, the Jews, come back to the land of Israel. And look what he said. And he charged me to build him a house in Jerusalem. That happened about 2,500 years ago. 70 years. For the state of Israel, something happened again. One of the biggest leaders of the world, again, President Donald Trump, and here we see the seal of America, he again recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. of the state of Israel, the people of Israel. And he also built a house in Jerusalem. But we don't want only the embassy. We hope, just as King Cyrus pushed us, the Jewish people, to rebuild the temple, we hope all the 70 nations and President Donald Trump, after he recognized Jerusalem as the spiritual, holy capital of the land of Israel, the state of Israel, he will help us, the Jewish people, rebuild the third temple. And that's why we have the Seal of America, the original Persian Empire.
Christianity and Islam and all the monotheism religious has a very, very important role to unify everybody, to worship the true living God, and to prosper and thrive according to God's will.
So we have the priest, we have the red heifer, we have the land, and we have everything ready. We just need to wait another 1.5 years.
And that is the main reason for this conflict with Iran. Not just the temple, but temple is very, very important because the temple is a symbol for restoration of the great new Israel. Without the temple, their project is not going to be fulfilled. And now, looking at all of this, I am coming to almost certainty that Trump has been chosen. You remember the story that was circulating that Trump has been chosen by some generals, some of you know what I'm talking about, to save humanity, etc., etc. Now I see it's actually he has been chosen to rebuild the third temple, because when you hear now this argument coming from US military, there was this big pushback about it, you remember? That Trump is anointed by Jesus and he's gonna bring Messiah back. This is exactly why he was chosen, to bring the third temple to fruition. Let's read this briefly, okay? Because it's all connected, guys. Messiah will rebuild the temple. I just put this here, which is like my, paraphrasing the story in the searching engine. In Jewish tradition, it is strongly held belief that Messiah will rebuild the temple, the third temple, upon his arrival. So let's just for a moment look at this Messiah, because Trump is not the Messiah, okay? Trump is not. There will be the Antichrist afterwards. However, and I'm not saying they're going to succeed completely, no, but I'm saying they will get to a certain point. Trump is important, I should say puppet really at this point, along the journey of doing this, okay? That's how crazy this vision is, but they are absolutely on it. Key beliefs regarding the Messiah and the temple. Rebuilding the temple. The Messiah is expected to build the third temple on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. That's why he moved the US embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem during his first administration. I'm not reading this, I'm saying this from my comments. Specifically on the site of the first and second temples. Restoration of worship according to Rambam in his Mishneh Torah. Sorry guys if I mispronounce, because zero awareness or knowledge how to say those things. The anointed king, which is Messiah, will restore the Davidic kingdom, rebuild the temple, and reestablish the sacrificial system and laws as they were in ancient times. So what does it mean? You're going to sacrifice children for the Moloch on the altar, right? I mean, I don't know, maybe I am misunderstanding this. Anyway, let's continue. Sign of the Messiah. Rebuilding the temple is seen as one of the key actions that will identify the Messiah. Okay. So that's why they say Trump is anointed by Jesus. And on the other side, they are mocking Jesus, right? Return of the exiles. Along with the rebuilding the temple, the Messiah is expected to gather the dispersed people of Israel. So everyone will go there. And you remember there was, I forgot what it was. It was in New York. It was some business conference. And this guy, again, I don't remember the name, but someone in this, I think, high-tech industry or someone, pretty successful there, was saying, I would say all the Jewish people should leave Miami and New York and they should go back to Israel because the Israel will be like booming, okay? This is after that. Now, let me actually take you to the story that I didn't share with you, because this gives you, one moment, guys, let me just find it first. This gives you the idea, one more time, how crazy this whole thing is. Here is, and I want to mute it first, just to make... Okay, I want to mute it first, because this is an older video circulating now, I think from 2014 or something around the time. This rabbi who lives in France, I believe, he claims, well, he's not the only one, but this is the video with him. He claims that Messiah will only appear after the destruction of European Christianity, which they are doing this at this moment. And this is the guy, okay? So his name is Rabbi David Touitou, what a name. The Messiah will only appear once Europe and Christianity are completely destroyed. And that is important, okay? This is the Kalergis plan vision, and this is exactly why European Union is in existence. This controversial statement, allegedly made by Rabbi David, let's forget the last name, has sparked outrage across Christian communities. Many see it as a direct attack on their faith and values. The clip has since gone viral and continues to fuel heated debates online. He speaks in French here, so I'm not going to play it. I'm going to read this to you. So what he says is, I just told you, is written in Talmud, the Messiah will come only when Edom, which is Europe, and Christianity have totally collapsed. So like I said in many of my videos, the West must fall. This is the condition, absolute condition. That's what he's saying. This is from 2013. So I am asking you the question, is it good news that Islam is invading Europe? Audience, yes. So who planned all of this migration, etc.? We clearly know, and we know this. You will pay dearly for it, Europeans. To such an extent, you have no idea. This is now from 2014. There will be no Holocaust for you with trains that will take you to crematorium furnaces. I don't know how to say it. The slaughter will take place on the spot. This is also written in the books, meaning the Talmud. You will have no place to run to, because all the evil you have done to Israel, you will pay for it in 100-fold. You know, the thing is, which country represents Edom, Christianity? It is Italy. When Italy, which hosts the headquarters of Christianity, Esau, will have disappeared, when that place will be gone, and that's what Islam is going to do. I don't know what, because it's cut here. Let's see what he says. You have to know. So instead of us having to do all the work, we sent Islam to solve the problem. Again, he's repeating what I said before. That's the vision. So I'm going to attach the link down below in the description box. Now, I want to take you to a clip with, in my opinion, this was the real Netanyahu. I don't know how old is this, but this is Netanyahu speaking about how much power they really have as far as the technology goes. And this is the vision for Pax Judaica, right? So this will be like the Antichrist, and they are in charge, and it's the artificial intelligence and digital control and digital ID and digital currency, everything digital. So let's go to this video, and then we go to the crazy spiritual advisor of Trump, because she's just kind of wrapping this up in a nasty bow.
Today, warfare has changed, again, dramatically. I don't mean just physical warfare of the kind I just described. I'm talking about the capacity, and it's not imaginary, it's not futuristic, and it's not exaggerated. It's moving very rapidly to a situation where, with the click of a button, you can bring down nations to their knees very rapidly, if you so desire, and if you're willing to take the risks, because every system can be hacked. We have the largest component of high-tech in any economy in the world. We're about 13% of our people are in high-tech, 13%. Okay, that's very, very big to be directly involved in high-tech. It's a very large number. Okay, that's very, very big to be directly involved in high-tech. It's a very large number.
All right, so the first one, in my opinion, was the real Netanyahu. Now, saying no to Trump is like saying no to God. Who said it? The same woman who is his so-called spiritual or demonic advisor, Paula White, that I have talked about 2 videos ago. If you haven't seen it, just go back to 2 videos ago on my channel and you will find it. And I found this clip that I was not able to find during that video when I was recording it for you, because this one is a doozy, everyone. Yeah, so let's take a listen to this woman and how to do things, in her opinion, as far as the spirit goes, in the name of I don't know who.
To say no to President Trump would be saying no to God.
Strike and strike and strike and strike and strike until you have victory.
Meet Paula White-Cain, U.S. President Donald Trump's so-called faith advisor, a televangelist who sells blessings for cash, preaches Zionist dogma, and now heads the White House Faith Office. She consults Trump and rallies evangelicals for Israel. White-Cain and Trump's relationship goes back to 2002, when he spotted her on TV and brought her in as a spiritual guru. Since then, she's built mega churches, published books, and crafted an empire of religious spectacle. But for the Republican Party, she's more than a pastor. She's the bridge to millions of white evangelicals, the key to Trump's political power, wrapped in holy packaging. Her loyalty to Israel is just as loud.
We as Christians and believers know this, that we're not only to stand with Israel because we stand with God, and Israel is God's place.
She believes backing Israel is a biblical mandate, has posed for pictures at the Western Wall, and met with Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu for an interview. She's even bragged about advising Trump to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital.
80-something nations called saying, you're going to start World War III. And he looked at me, Paula, what's the final weigh-in of people with faith? And I said, absolutely do it. It's right both with history, it's right with God.
But behind the sanctimonious smile lies scandal. In 2025, White-Cain was accused of selling 7 supernatural blessings for $1,000.
For your special Passover offering of $1,000 or more as the Holy Spirit leads, you will also receive the beautiful 10-inch Waterford crystal cross.
She peddles prosperity gospel. Give money, and God will reward you. For desperate followers, it's hope. For her, it's profit.
You need to send in $35,000. You need to send in that $100,000 check.
White-Cain's legacy shows how religion can be weaponized, not to heal, but to serve politics, profit, and power.
And that, everyone, is what's up. Saying no to Trump is like saying no to God, because Trump has been anointed to rebuild the third temple, and this way or the other, we are literally watching some freaking movie scripted from the beginning to the very end. Because how we fell for, and I speak for some, not all of you, for this illusion that he's any different. You see how easy it is to manipulate people? Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. This is why this entire conflict, in my opinion, in Israel is going on. I know there are people who are saying things more on the geopolitical as far as the strategy, this and that. But what is the core? What is the main reason? Is for their prophecy, vision, thousands of years old, whatever. Actually, it's not even thousands. I think it's about 200, 300 years old, probably. And them fulfilling that vision, okay? Because they twist the facts in all the directions just to make sure that it's aligning with the big picture. So they want this conflict. They want, in my opinion, they want the demolition of Israel, because that will speed up the process of Messiah coming back, and the more is destroyed, the sooner the temple will be rebuilt, and that temple is crucial. And mark my words, we are actually going to see Trump having the third term, and during this third term, rebuilding this third temple. I know it sounds crazy, but I think it's very, very much going to happen. Is this going to be completely done, that temple, and ready to exist? I don't believe that, but they will start the process, absolutely. And in order for them to start the process, they have to destroy the mosque, which in itself will create a war with the Islam world. So a total mess. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. When I'm talking about it today, I feel almost like I'm talking about some movie script, and none of this is real. It's just as crazy as it sounds, it really is happening, but it's absolutely crazy. So if you still appreciate the content, please hit the thumbs up. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, I appreciate it as well. If you want to support my work, all the links how to do it you find down below the video in the description box. And if you are interested in something of very good energy and very beautiful, and it's for the children, and you can consider supporting me this way, those are the books for kids that will be absolutely thrilled, because they are very unique and very different, beautifully illustrated, happy books and meaningful books. You can check the link down below as well. Lots of love, everyone. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. I will attach all the videos that I was playing for you today down below in the description box. Sorry, and one more thing. If you have Instagram, please follow me there. I would very much appreciate it. Let me show you my Instagram quickly. Those of you who have it, of course. Here is... Can I show you this? Oh, looks like I cannot. One moment. Maybe It's right here, AnyaK_44. You can see it. This is the name of my Instagram. And that's it for today. Have a great day, guys, and I see you in another video. The next video will be on my Patreon and locals. Bye, everyone. Have a great Sunday.